All right, guys, we got an awesome episode for you today. But first, did you know that when wombats poop, it comes out in the shape of a cube? See, I didn't know that either. Interesting, right? Anyways, sorry, squirrel moment. Listen, we got some really cool stuff to talk about, so stick around. I think you're going to enjoy this one. Wombat poop. God, stuff you can find on Google. Oh, hey, and welcome back to the channel, folks. Once again, my name is Josh. So today we have a really cool project that I want to discuss that I think you guys are going to be super stoked and super excited about. I know I've kind of been teasing towards this for the last several videos since we started this new season, but we're finally there and I want to share it with you. But one thing I do want to say right off the bat is I mentioned multiple times over the last few videos, there's some big things happening in 2026. Well, one of the big things that we are going to do is we are going to be talking about rebranding this YouTube channel. So when we started this together, let's say, what was it? Goodness, 5 years ago now, its purpose and the goal of the material I was trying to get out was for brand new Jeep owners to get those questions that they were embarrassed to ask answered. All right. And I know we've talked about that a few times, but it has grown so much since then. And we've incorporated so much as far as different brands into what we're doing that keeping everything under the umbrella of Jeeping for beginners kind of seems like it's a little too narrow. So look for that over the course of the next few weeks as you start seeing the channel name and descriptions and stuff are going to start changing a little bit. We're going to rebrand things to pretty much incorporate everybody because this world of off-roading and vehicle ownership and maintaining and mechanics, this is for everyone, not just for Jeep owners. So, all right, guys. So when I say a major project for 2026, I do mean for 2026. You're going to understand here in just a second when I flip the camera around, but I wanted to share with you, and I am super excited about the details on this. So you guys want to see it? All right, here we go. Let me flip the camera around. All right, guys, so here it is. A 1983 military M1101A trailer. This is in amazing shape for its age. Actually has the original military tires on it. We got a smoking deal on this trailer. So the idea is we are actually going to convert this into the ultimate overland companion and basically make a one-off, extremely unique off-road trailer out of it. But that isn't the whole story. The whole story is we want to do this for you, not for us. Okay. Now, we've had the opportunity over the years to use multiple different style trailers. We've had the opportunity to use all kinds of different type of overlanding equipment and the opportunity to meet all kinds of cool folks as we travel this country. But what gave us the idea is there's always something missing, right? So whenever you go out with a group or you go out and you take this on, even those of you who have been doing this for 30 years know that you get out there and you're like, damn, there's something missing. And there's always that one little thing. So Chris and I got together and we thought, you know what? What if we made a trailer that would be the ultimate overland companion that had everything? By everything, I mean not just a place to sleep or a place to prepare food, but a place for entertainment, a place that'll be warm in the winter, a place that would be cool in the summer, a place that is easy to tow, lightweight, stable, both on road and off road, and completely unique and one of a kind, designed by the input of you. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. See, anybody can just take a random utility trailer, throw a rooftop tent on it, maybe a slide out for a refrigerator and a couple of batteries in it, and call it an overland trailer. But that's not the ultimate goal here. The goal is to have this thing be extremely well built, quality driven, lightweight, and have everything that you need. But when I say that I want your input and I say that I want to build this with you, I actually mean that. So here's what we've decided to do. We've decided to open this on a public forum and say, listen, every step of the way, we want you to tell us what you want to see on here. Now, we're obviously going to lay down the basics. We're going to probably put a rooftop tent on this, for example. Okay, so do we go with a clamshell tent? Do we go with a wedge style tent? Is it going to be a soft top, a hard top? Do we want it to sleep 8 people? Do we want it to sleep 2 people? Do we want to put 2 rooftop tents up there? Do we want to put, do you see what I mean? There's so many different options. Well, we're not going to make the decision on what goes up there. You are, okay? When it comes to things like building out the kitchen on this, is do you want it to be a slide out kitchen? Do you want it to be a galley style kitchen? Do you want to run diesel? Do you want to run propane? Do we want to run fully electric? Do we want to use solar power? Do we want to use shore power? Do we want all of it? These are decisions we want you guys to make, because ultimately when you're out and you're actually enjoying the sport of overlanding, everybody always has that thought, I wish I had this, or I wish I could do that, or I wish I could go here, right? Well, we want you to think about those wishes and figure out how we can incorporate all of them into this. Now, of course, on a public forum, in open space, this could get really confusing and really frustrating very fast because, as you know, as well as I know, playing with social media, everybody's got an opinion. And when you start throwing everybody's opinion in there, sometimes there's a lot of clutter. Some people are going to feel left out. Some people are going to feel like, oh, you know what? Maybe I wasn't heard. I need to say it 17 more times in the comments. So in order to control this and in order to make it so that it is actually dedicated to those that want to participate, we're actually not going to do it here on YouTube. All right, this is not the platform for it. In fact, this is actually going to be the only video you may see on the YouTube channel until this project is done of our little goal here. So where this is going to happen is going to be on Patreon. Now, the reason we chose to switch over to a different platform to do this is because, like I said, it'll narrow down the number of voices, okay? I don't want somebody jumping in the comments who has absolutely no interest in what's going on in the overlanding world, or worse, thinks that they know everything and just demands to try to take over and pushes those guys that actually wanted to express their opinions off because they're pushed off by the way that they're commenting. We all know this is how social media works. So yes, we chose a subscription service in order to narrow this down to the group of you folks that actually want to participate. All right. But it's more than just getting to participate to build this trailer. You want the really exciting part? When it's all done and it's built and it's painted and it's functional and we've tested it and proved that what you suggested and what we built is the ultimate overland companion, then we're actually going to give it to one of our subscribers over on Patreon. I mean it. We're not going to build this with your opinions just so we can go out and have a good time. We could do that at any point. We could have built this thing and just never told anybody about it. We wanted to bring the community together and find out what it is that you wanted, and then we're going to give it to you. It's that simple. When the project's done, all we're going to do is at random pick one of our subscribers to the Patreon channel and say, here you go. Congratulations. You are now going to take this trailer home. Now, are there going to be restrictions and rules? Of course there are. Okay, so it's not going to just be, hey, you get to sign up on month number 11 right at the very end, never express an opinion, and get the opportunity to win the trailers. So the more you participate and the more you help us build it, the more chance you have of being the one that's going to take it home. And honestly, I mean, I think that's fair, right? So what we're looking at is the little things as well as the big things. Like I mentioned, not just the equipment that's going on here, but maybe the color scheme. All right, what type of rims and tires we're going to put on it. Now, there are some decisions that Chris and I have made ahead of time that are probably just as important as anything. Like, for example, we're probably going to eliminate the military driveline here and get rid of this axle, get rid of this odd bolt pattern for these wheels, the leaf springs and everything, and we'll put an actual off-road independent suspension system on there. Same with the trailer hitches. We're going to take the little Prindle thing, whatever the hell that's called, Pindle thing, up front on the trailer hitch, and we're going to chop that off, re-weld on a 360-degree rotating hitch. Legally, we got to have lights on it, so you know, we're not necessarily going to ask, hey, where do you want the taillights to go? Where do you want the blinkers to go? Or that kind of thing. Those kind of stuff, we're probably just going to make that decision along the way so that we could actually get it legal, of course, to be on the road. But when it comes to the actual usage, okay, we're not going to be the ones using it. You are. We're not going to be the ones building it. You are. Do you want to be a part of one of the coolest projects that's going to happen basically on this channel ever? All right, I know you do. So I'm going to make it really simple and easy for you. It's the first link in the description down below this video. Check it out. There's 3 different tiers on Patreon, and there's a welcome video over there to explain how the tiers work, what the benefits are, what you're going to get out of it, and the reason why we structured it the way that we did. And then remember, when it's all said and done, we're actually going to give it away. Now, for those of you who don't want to hop over to the Patreon platform and support what we're doing and be a part of it, don't worry. When it's all 100% done, we'll probably put another video up here on YouTube just to show it off so that you guys can see what happened over on our Patreon channel. Now, it's not going to be the last project over there either. This is just the first one. Once this is done, we're going to have another project right behind it. We're going to do the exact same thing. And it may not be a trailer. Maybe we'll build a truck. Maybe we'll build a motorcycle. Maybe we'll build a camper. Maybe we'll just build an awesome adventure weekend. We don't know yet. Whatever the next project is going to be right after that is going to take place and be announced on Patreon for those that are subscribed over there, so that once again, you have the opportunity to put your input in and to win the project. Okay, so it's going to be a continuous thing. So listen, that is just one of the coolest things that we have happening in 2026. Probably the biggest, coolest thing that we have happening in 2026. Okay, but as far as this channel goes and as far as what's coming up next, well, over the course of the next couple of weeks, we've got some other really cool projects that we're doing. Exhaust, some gearing, some suspension, some really cool projects on several different style Jeeps, some older ones, some newer ones. And we're going to cover some of the myths and some of the concerns that some people have that I see constantly on the internet with these projects, which is why some of these are the ones that we have chosen to come through the shop over the course of the next couple of weeks. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So folks, remember, this channel is for the purpose of helping people learn the basics of what you need for the maintenance, for the ownership, for the off-roading abilities, for the new stuff that comes out. That's what this channel has always been for. But it doesn't have to stop there, okay? As we've grown into the education platform of being able to teach people how to use their vehicles off-road. I mean, not just with Jeeps. We've got the contract with Ineos, so we are the official training team here in the Las Vegas Valley for anybody who purchases a brand new Grenadier. We are also this close to landing the contract with Jeep Only, so we could be the official training team for anybody who buys a brand new Jeep, which would be awesome. Plus, for anybody else who wants to know
the rules, the regulations, the safety, the rights, the wrongs, the pros, the cons, and all the stuff that happens off-road to be able to make it home at the end of the day safely with a smile on your face. That's what that program is for. And that quickly grew into shop ownership. And the projects we've already had come through here, there have been several customers that have said, no, I don't want my cars on social media. So we haven't been able to broadcast all of them, but some of the stuff that's come through here has already been really cool, and we've been busy, and it's awesome that we get the opportunity to help the community out with the projects like fixing the Death Wobble on the Jeep, or replacing the oil cooler on the 3.6, or installing your suspension lift, or even getting that opportunity to make the recommendation for the lift and the tires and the gear and the stuff that you want to be able to use the way that you want to be able to use them off-road. That's what we're here for, folks. Right from the very beginning, when I started this channel back in 2020, I said, I'm here to help. I'm here to be that voice of reason and to give you the straightforward, honest answer when it comes to whether or not that's going to work, right? Like, does that make sense? Is that financially viable? Is that a smart obstacle to try to cover? Is that the right way to treat the vehicle or to maintain it? That's what I'm here for. That's what I've always been here for. And I love the fact that you guys have been so supportive, and that this channel has grown to more than 23,000 subscribers, and that everybody has been super supportive and encouraging to continue to upload more content and to continue to grow basically one of the biggest passions that I've ever had in my life, and that is for owning a Jeep, playing off-road, living in the world of customization and uniqueness, because then, you know, you walk into a parking lot and you say, hey, that's mine. And I know that. I can see it from a mile away because, you know, I made it mine. You guys know how that feels. You do it too. And it's all part of the same community. And I love the fact that there's been so much support. So ultimately, guys, I guess I'm just saying thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for helping us grow on the education side. Thank you for helping us grow into the point where we could have our own shop and we could be here for you. So whether you live in the Las Vegas area or you don't and you feel like traveling, you should, you know, drop us a line, J4B Overland Solutions.com. There are plenty of ways to contact me on there, including my phone number, folks. So you're more than welcome to call, text, or reach out to me and say, hey, Josh, you know, I'd love to stop by the shop. I have a couple of ideas I want to do and I want to run them by you. That's what I'm here for. And I love it. And I love that you guys love it too. So, like I said, thank you for that. So listen, folks, I wanted to put this video out there because I wanted everybody to get the opportunity to see the major project that J4B Overland Solutions is doing for 2026. And I really want you to be a part of it. We're not doing it for the purpose of making a profit. We're not doing it for the purpose of supporting ourselves or anything. We're actually doing this for you. We want your input. We want to build it for you, and then we want to give it to you. So, honest to God, check out that first link for Patreon down in the description down below this video. You can also check out, there are several other links down there, one for J4B Overland Solutions, so you can check out our website, obviously jeepingforbeginners.com. So if you're interested in joining one of our epic world-class educational classes on the weekend, or even joining one of the groups that we now have set up through the dealerships, you're more than welcome to check that out as well. And there's also a link down there as I am an Amazon affiliate and would absolutely love your support in purchasing. You're going to buy on Amazon anyway. We're all going to buy on Amazon. Doesn't change pricing structure of any kind. Just click the link, go shopping, have a good time, get what you want. It definitely helps to support the efforts here at this YouTube channel for Jeeping for Beginners. So, once again, folks, my name is Josh. If you have any questions whatsoever that you want to ask about what we talked about today, including the Wombat, if you want to talk about that, absolutely, you can put it down in the comments below, or feel free to reach out to me at any point in time. My personal email is yasmarproductions@gmail.com, or you can reach out at Jeeping for Beginners or J4B Overland Solutions. I know, 3 different emails. They all come to my phone. Sometimes it gets a little hairy, but you know, they all come to my phone. You're going to reach me. So thanks again for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We have a couple of really cool projects that are going to take place on this channel over the course of the next couple of weeks, and I'm anxious to get those started. So in the meantime, folks, please stay safe, happy Jeeping, and we'll see you next time. Actually, Chris, you know what would be really cool? This would be about a good height, maybe a little higher for a rooftop tent. But what if we put it on hydraulics and we made it so that the tent came down to keep the center of gravity down while we're driving it, and then all we gotta do is just press a button and it just lifts right up and then opens right up all by itself. What do you think? Think we should run that by them, see if they want to do that? That would actually be pretty cool.